Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing another Fecal Gamer YT Speaks, and I think this is a pretty heavy debate right now as I don't know how many people have covered this already, but it's been a long time coming, and I think I've got no better place as a YouTuber to talk about this. So, the main topic of today is YouTube removing the dislike button. Now, in my opinion, this is a bad idea, and we're going to get into why later. But before I get into the rant, please subscribe. We are so close. We're just 2 subs away from 225, and the next goal after that will be 250. So, yeah, also like the video and kind of watch all the way through so some parts make sense, because I know that sometimes my viewers will click off and won't get the full context of things, as happened with my other video, which I'll be making a part 2 to that one as well. So many part 2s. But anyways, with that out of the way, let's begin. So, YouTube was talking about removing the dislike button for a long time, to where it was only the YouTubers that were able to see the API, and it was going to, I don't even know, but basically, YouTubers were going to be the only ones to see their API individually, so basically dislikes are going to be non-thing. And this is also after the change, or the controversial change, of removing 1 week and going to 14 days, which was also kind of controversial as well, but it wasn't a huge topic for debate as removing the dislike button. The dislike button is a way for our audiences to tell us if they don't like a specific style of content. The dislike button has been around for the longest time on YouTube, but it has felt ever so present. If a video has a high dislike ratio to like ratio, the video is probably not favored and will be less favored by the algorithm. However, now that is not the case. The dislike button, if you check a video now, is non-existent. So if you go to it, it'll just show the likes. Now, in my opinion, YouTube removing the dislike button is controversial, even to me. I think YouTube never needed to remove the dislike button. Why I believe they shouldn't have is because the dislike button is a way to show the viewers that the content is not liked, and it's something that is not really tangible to any medium. Now, you might like the content, but the other people, they obviously feel very strongly about the content and don't like it. So, with the dislike button being gone, it begs the question of how YouTube is going to recommend videos now. So, a big thing for me, and a big giveaway to me about this whole ordeal, is that having the dislike button gone is obviously going to remove the fact of negative feedback. Now, I think this is a bad thing, because removing the way to negative feedback is a bad thing. It doesn't allow YouTubers to improve. Now, having said this, I checked my YouTube studio and went to a new video. It turns out, if you are a YouTuber and your video got disliked, you'll be able to see that, which doesn't really help anything, because you being able to see it doesn't really help, and the only way your viewers would even know if they disliked it is they've disliked it themselves. And even if you like or dislike, the only like button that even shows a number is the like button, which is, once again, odd to me, as I think seeing the dislikes and the ratio of them is a pretty good thing, as it also inclines the viewer to watching a video. However, removing the dislike button did do something positive for the creators, and it was giving them the shot that even though there is no dislike button on the videos, the viewers could at least try them. Not everyone will remember the amount of dislikes a video got. That's just a given. But having that button removed actually inclines a viewer to watch. Now, the thing is, it really just depends on if the viewer likes you. But for new people, this is kind of an edge in channel and content creation, as seeing new people and new faces for longer could incline to that viewer staying a little more permanent onto your channel. Now, having said all this, I still don't think removing the dislike button was a good move on YouTube's part at all, because not being able to see criticism as a viewer is a very big issue. Now, obviously, seeing criticism in general if it's constructive criticism, then it's a good thing. But if you're just being criticizing, and I have to crack down on this myself a lot because I have a tendency to criticize because things are not done a certain way, and I've tried to incline down, and I have over these last couple of months. So what I have done is just try to crack down, because negative comments in the YouTube space, I mean, it's not a good thing, but really a dislike does nothing more than just say, okay, I didn't really like this video, I don't really care to watch this person. All a dislike does to the viewer is just say, I don't want this channel recommended to me anymore. But what it does to the creator is so much more. It first off says your content's not likable. First off, the person that dislikes your content, first off, I've done this before where it will stop recommending their videos completely. Now, there are some videos that I love to watch from other YouTubers where I did not like one of their videos, but then I disliked one, and then it stopped recommending me their channel because of that. And I think that's a big issue with new viewers, is if they dislike one of your videos, YouTube doesn't recommend them to any more of your videos, which is kind of weird. But once again, that's another con of removing the dislike button, is if you dislike, does that still continue? There's still a lot of unknown answers, or not unknown answer, well, yeah, unknown answers to some questions because of these kinds of questions that have been popping up, like what I just said. But even with all of that, removing the dislike button in general is something out of nostalgia, as well as it's been there ever since YouTube begun, pretty much. It's in like 2005. So the like button does have some nostalgia in the sense, but that's just completely irrelevant. But a big incline to this also is, if viewers don't see a dislike on there anymore, it's just weird to me. I don't get it anymore, and I think YouTube's trying to hide the constructive criticism from the creators that are doing really hard work, like myself and other creators that I know. But trying to hide that from your audience it's not good at all. So, once again, I don't know, man. This is weird in the way that they have like positioned this in front of us, and they haven't even they gave us kind of a warning. Do we want the dislike button removed? But having that way for viewers to communicate that they don't like a particular video is not, it's bad. And commenting is the only way to do it now. This kind of is reverse RNG for the YouTuber, as now the only way to reply hate to a YouTuber is through comments or Twitter, which, as we all know, is just a very negative place. But if you do have if you really want to, commenting under a video actually does nothing, because commenting under a video or a specific video means that your viewer is just going to appreciate that content more. Oh my, she's going to get me. Uh-oh. Of course. Oh my gosh. You're serious. But to be honest, YouTube removing the dislike button, while it's controversial, I think it's going to be a permanent change. Now, it's just bad and all in general, because I can't even freaking speak anymore. It's just bad because there's no way now to communicate with the YouTuber, give constructive criticism, because leaving a comment under a video means that the video is going to be recommended more. Leaving a dislike and not being able to see it, while it may hinder the video's ability, I had a video that had a high amount of dislikes and still get recommended a lot. And with a high amount of dislikes, it's pretty clear that video was not liked, but does that hinder the ability for new viewers to at least try? It's like these questions that are lingering in my mind that I really want answered. But the only way to answer these questions is to wait until the weeks to come to see what really happens. And it's crazy, but once again, my speed bridges are off completely. Oh boy. So, yeah, if you'll do your part and leave this video a dislike so I know why. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't leave a dislike. Please leave a like down below, guys, so I can see your feedback, even if you leave a dislike. Also, comment below what's your thoughts on YouTube removing the dislike button. I'll also keep this updated as it comes on to this case. And, yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this Few Gamer Speaks video. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See you, everybody.